there! Welcome back to the classroom. Let's put a little vacay in your day. Today's vacay Q&A comes from Tony in New Orleans. Tony writes, "Hi Miss Kears." Hi Tony. "I make poor choices where anger is concerned. When I'm mad, my emotions take over and I usually end up either crying or screaming. Either way, I embarrass myself and regret my angry response. What can I do to control my anger instead of letting it control me?" Well, Tony, let's remember that anger is another form of excitement. Excitement, anxiety, fear, anger, they're all coming from the exact same place in the body. The same physiological responses. Our heart races, our awareness is heightened, we get all sweaty, and our emotions tend to take over. So it's a form of excitement, but it's a very toxic form of excitement. Remembering that is the first step, that anger is yet another one of those toxic forms of excitement that we have to replace with something more productive and positive. Because anger is like a child. If you don't pay attention to it, it gets louder and louder and louder, right? So if you notice it right off the bat, pay attention to it immediately. Recognize and analyze. That way you can diffuse the situation to some degree. So ask yourself first and foremost, what is the source of your anger? Are you frustrated? Because chances are, if you're frustrated, what you're angry at is not the source of that frustration. It's simply the trigger. However, if you feel like you've been treated unfairly, that's another big source of anger, and that's something that goes a little deeper. If you feel like you or someone in your family is being treated unfairly, that will make us A, very angry, and B, very emotional. So we have to figure out what to do about that. What is the sensible choice? I used to sell used cars, and my boss taught me, never argue with an idiot. If somebody is so convinced that they're right, that they're willing to scream and shout and act like a fool, don't go there with them, because someone looking in from the outside can't tell who the idiot is if you're both standing toe-to-toe screaming. So if you feel like you're being treated unfairly, back away from that situation for a moment, analyze what's happening here, and then figure out the best way to deal with it on a practical level without going toe-to-toe in a screaming, crying match, because it takes a lot to get you to that point. So if you can diffuse the situation before you get there, it's better for everyone involved. So if you feel like you're being treated unfairly, take a moment, figure out what's going on, and figure out a rational way to deal with it. From there, we have to reroute that into a more productive emotion. For instance, as you read in the text, if my neighbor said to me, "You can't grow roses," I guarantee you, I might not have even been thinking about growing roses, but I could grow roses then. Let it motivate you. Use it as a tool. However, if you're in a situation where it's not directly motivational, get angry and get out there and do something. Get in the garden, go for a run, do some sort of serious exercise. If you check your resource links, there's a really good angry exercise video to work out that frustration and anger that we all feel sometimes. And if we're in a situation where we can't get that anger out any other way, physicality and exercise are some of the best ways to do it. So if you can't beat up who you're angry at, pound some pavement instead. Go for a good run. Grab your shovel and get out in the garden. Take a CrossFit class. Do something that allows you to burn off that angry energy in a productive way. Because again, it's energy in all its many forms. Even anger is energy. But when we translate it into angry energy, it's energy turned toxic. So we have to, A, remember that we're dealing with a very powerful energy source. We can use it for good. We simply have to direct it in the right way. Number 2, we have to recognize the source of that anger. Are we frustrated? If so, look deeper. What you're angry at is probably not what's frustrating you. And 3, we have to reroute that anger into a more productive emotion, something that we can actually work with that will work for us. Okay, Tony, I hope this helps. Drop me a comment in the box below and let me know. And if you have any follow-up questions, please ask me there, and we will either talk about it there or I will come back to you with another video. Okay, thanks. Have a good day.